Well, Sarah, you had mentioned something going into the break, and I'll just throw it over to you to bring up the topic and take off with it.
Okay. So I think the most common question that we get asked is, what should we do or what shouldn't we do when we list our home? And what we had talked about relative to this market is, money and rates are expensive right now. And a lot of buyers, David, you can attest to this, are putting down 3%. I think that's pretty fair, 3 to 5%.
3 to 5.
Yep. So they're not coming to closing with a ton of liquidity.
You know why?
Why?
Because they don't have it.
Right. Absolutely.
They don't have it.
That is true. And so what people have to understand when they're selling their home is that although some things may be small, it's not small in the eyes of the buyer, right? Somebody doesn't want to come in and have to correct someone else's mess. So when it comes to painting, when it comes to flooring, sellers' objections to that are, well, what if the buyer doesn't love it? We don't need them to love it. We just need them to not want to leave and find something else because of the work that needs to get done. You don't need to replace a kitchen. You don't need to update all of your bathrooms, but you need to make it so somebody can come in and feel that they can move their things in and just live. And if they don't love the color of the carpet or they don't love the color of the walls, they don't have to budget to change it immediately. And that's the goal that we're trying to achieve. So we can do that through, staging, making sure the home's presented best, which we have a stager that comes out and works with you for that. It's really helpful because everyone lives with it. They're comfortable. And the reality is we all have to get a little uncomfortable when we sell our home to make sure that it's presenting itself in its best possible light for buyers, not for you and your family. And so that's one part of it. And then the other is just if you do a walkthrough and your eyes are, being drawn towards, cracks in the door jambs and
any crack.
Yeah. And a lot of people that have tile, it's the grout cracks or it starts to settle. Those kinds of things in the end of the day, are they a huge deal? No, but isn't it impactful to a buyer? If a buyer walks through, are they going to say, gosh, how do I fix that? That's not what we want them talking about. We want them visualizing where their couch goes, right? And seeing the good stuff.
Have you seen, because that's something that we always tell our customers, look, water, right? So obviously address any of that stuff. But
Absolutely.
Do you see people say oh, that's been there forever, it's no big deal?
Yes.
Oh, the house set up, but the new buyer doesn't know that.
Oh, sure.
So they might come in and be like, the house is sinking, the sky is falling,
Yes.
Chicken Little style.
My eyes are so drawn towards every issue. And I tell sellers, I am not being picky. I'm letting you know that my eyes are going to see what a buyer's eyes could see. And if there's let's just say a loose piece of tape on a ceiling because somebody did a bad mud or tape job, they're not going to say, oh, that's a bad mud or tape job. They're going to say, oh my gosh, was that water? It's leaking. There's something up there.
Yes.
That could be mold. Is there mold? That's where their head goes,
Okay.
right? Even and everything in a bathroom when it starts to flake. People aren't saying, oh, it's just a bathroom. It's moisture.
Just paint it.
Yeah, they're gonna have all of these concerns. And what we're trying to do is overcome those things because we do this every day. We hear it every day. And you see how that impacts a buyer's mindset. So the goal isn't that we're trying to upgrade and spend a ton of money. The goal is that we're just getting it into a condition where people can come in and really appreciate the space for what it is.
Well, I love that because we show up to customers' houses and they're like, well, my realtor said I need a new kitchen, a new bathroom, and I need to remodel my primary suite. And I'm like, please don't.
Yeah.
That just doesn't, if you're going to be here for 3 to 5 years, enjoy it. That's
Absolutely.
great. And then, yes, it's a great investment.
Right.
But if you're literally doing it for someone else,
Totally.
don't.
No. And there's small things you can do, like we talked about replacing a light fixture or an entryway fixture. It's the first thing you see when you walk in the entryway. All of those little things matter. No one of those is going to sell your home. It's the entire house, right? So when you have flooring that's in good shape, even if it's just getting the carpets cleaned, when you have walls that aren't scraped up and people can come in, it looks well maintained. And when there's a lot of deferred maintenance or things wrong, people wonder, well, what else didn't they do?